This is the What a Weird Week show. Alien mummies again.
Hi, everybody, it's Weird.
This is like crazy being here.
Really weird tales.
Well, I got a great show for you today with some wonderful weird stuff.
Hi, friends. I'm Scott. This is What a Weird Week, a show about weird stuff from this week's news. For the links, the videos, podcast stuff, everything we talk about, go shownotes.page. If you can remember this, you will find it all. Shownotes.page.
10.
Okay, here we go. Season 4, episode 51, first published on Friday, September the 15th. Number 10 is man from Pennsylvania sees 777 theater movies in 1 year. That's a Guinness World Record. Zachariah Swope is 32 years old. He loves movies. He hit 777 movies in a year. That means you have to average more than 2 a day. Zachariah demolished the old record of 715 movies. Zach used the record-breaking Odyssey to raise awareness for mental health initiatives. Then the theater where Zach broke the record, the Regal, surprised him with a donation to the American Federation for Suicide Prevention. The amount was $7,777.77. How did he do it? Zach would get off work and then watch 2 movies, and then on weekends he would watch more, taking 1 night off a week. That's like 16 or 17 movies every week. He used a movie pass deal, so it only cost Zach this was all out of pocket for him, between $200 and $300. If you didn't have that movie pass, it would have been like a lot more, in the thousands.
9.
Number 9 is chopping. Chopper chops a lot. Wallace Wong has an inspiring story. He overcame obesity, he beat cancer, he became a bodybuilder and a chef and a TikTok star, and now he has a chopping world record. Nickname is the Six-Pack Chef. He set a record for the most cucumbers sliced while blindfolded in 30 seconds. The record is 166 slices of cucumber, more than 5 per second. Usually I'm like, come on, try to beat this world record. This weekend you could do it. Beat Wallace's record. I would say please do not try blindfold chop stuff. He is an expert. We have a video and more on the story in the show notes, or go shownotes.page. You're listening to What a Weird Week. It's a show about weird things that happened this week.
8.
It's all in the name, you guys.
8.
At number 8 this week, little girl finds big old diamond, makes news. A 7-year-old girl wanted to celebrate her birthday at the state park in Arkansas. That park is Crater of Diamonds State Park. It's one of the only public diamond sites in the world. You're allowed to go there and start digging. And that's what this little girl did. And kablammy, she found a diamond that's almost 3 carats. So happy birthday and congratulations to Aspen Brown. A couple of the other diamond finds at that place. A 9-carat diamond was found there in 2020, and a 4-carat diamond was found there in 2021. By the way, what is Aspen's diamond worth? A 3-carat diamond? According to the internet, now there's a little bit of wiggle room here, but between $7,000 and $150,000. That's a lot of wiggle room, actually. I put the link if you want to do a deep dive into diamonds. Also, I put a link to if you want to ever plan a trip to the Diamond State Park there in Arkansas. They have a finder's keepers policy at that diamond park. So little Aspen gets to keep that diamond. By the way, if you click that link and you go to that park, you plan your vacation and you go to there, they're going to send me a box of diamonds. I thought we negotiated a box of diamonds. Oh, no, okay. No affiliate links, you guys. But you can check all that stuff out. Click the show notes.
7.
Number 7, what is the mystery golden orb that they've discovered in the ocean? Too long didn't read. They brought it to the surface and examined it, and they still don't know what the heck the golden orb is. It's biological, some sort of living golden orb. Some reports describe it as a blob rather than an orb. And I gotta be honest, you guys, I think I'm on team blob also. It's about 4 inches across. It's described as smooth and soft. I would also add blob-like. Golden blob. It was found 2 miles deep in the Pacific Ocean by a remote vehicle that was being used to map deep water sites near Alaska. So at time of recording, still don't know. Mystery golden blob. This program about weird things that happened in the news is called What a Weird Week.
6,
We're at number 6 of our top 10 weird news items. Number 6 is when you buy a cursed painting. The important thing is to come to grips with the fact it's cursed as soon as possible and then return it. This scenario has played out twice for a particular painting of a little girl with a haunting stare. The painting got attention on social media when a charity shop in East Sussex, UK, posted a photo of the art and this caption, "She's back, sold twice and returned twice. Are you brave enough?" End quote. According to the article, the last person to be cursed by the painting was a person named Zoe, who bought the painting and the next day was chased by a dark, mysterious figure. Zoe returned the portrait to the shop. A Ms. Elliot Brown bought the haunted art and put it on eBay. Final bid over £1,600. Some of that goes back to the charity shop where she bought it. They run the shop to support a charity. Good luck and Godspeed to the new owner of that painting. If you want to donate or find out more about the charity shop, I put a link in the show notes. If you want to stare at the haunting photo, it's haunted and haunting. I'll be honest. I don't know art, but I feel like I know haunting. You can see the show notes for more on that. I keep saying show notes, show notes, show notes. You guys know there are show notes, right? How about this? If you're tired of me saying show notes all the time, 5-star review, Apple, iTunes, whatever that's called. If you're not tired of me saying show notes, 5-star review, Spotify.
5,
Number 5, Chico the cockatoo sets land speed bird scoot record. So Chico is a bird who loves to get on a little bird-sized scooter and zip around. Chico made news this week because that bird was awarded the Guinness World Record for fastest 5-meter scooter run by a bird. Chico did 5 meters in 14.58 seconds. It's a pretty great video. You are listening to What a Weird Week, a show about weird stuff in the news.
4,
Number 4 this week in our top 10 of the weird news items is lady in Maryland uses license plate to pick lotto numbers, wins $50,000. This is from Hoops, Ben Hooper at UPI. He's kind of the king of the weird news over there at UPI. According to Hoops' article, the lady who didn't like her license plate number, it's 91104. She wanted to change it, but it was going to be, you got to go down to the place. You got to explain all that. It was going to be a hassle. So she doesn't like the license plate number, but she kept the bad license plate and she kept seeing the numbers show up in her life. Maybe you've had this phenomenon too. The numbers would be on paperwork, on TV ads, stuff like that. So then she used those numbers on a lotto ticket. Kablammy, last Sunday, she won $50,000. Start playing the license plates, you guys. No guarantees. Wait, please enjoy responsibly. For recreation purposes only.
3,
Number 3, river of wine floods Portuguese streets. I would say it was like whitewater rapids when you watch the video, but the wine was red. So red wine rapids, I guess. The article refers to it as good quality red wine. A distillery had a breach, and 2.2 million liters of delicious red wine flowed out of their vats and down the streets of the Portuguese town. From the article, the wine flowed down nearby roads, flooding land and at least one cellar. Firefighters had to clean this up. They managed to prevent the wine from pouring into a nearby river. They say that would have been some kind of environmental disaster. The spill lasted for about an hour. Red wine going down my street. Now I want to go outside in my Speedo. This is a show called What a Weird Week, and it features weird news stuff from this week. Oh, we started so strong on that one. Oh, what's that? Oh, we didn't start strong. Oh, we started weak and we ended weak. Okay, well, I like the consistency. Number 2 in the countdown is teen from India has record-breaking long hair. Last week, we had that lady with the record-breaking long mullet. How long is the longest hair on a male teenager? It's 4'9.5". A 15-year-old fellow from India who has never cut his hair was honored by the Guinness folks this week. According to their article, he washes his hair a couple of times a week. The process takes about an hour, and the young fella gives a shout out to his mom in the article, which is nice. The quote is, "It would take an entire day if it wasn't for the help of my mother." We put a link to the Guinness Book of World Records video if you check the show notes or go shownotes.page. Honorable mention. UFO fails to cause panic in Prophetstown, Illinois. Everybody there seems really cool. I love this one because it's an obvious, nobody believes it's a UFO situation, and they're just treating it like a straightforward, there's something weird in the sky story. They think it's probably a research balloon. They don't think aliens. They don't think China spy balloon. It used to be that a story like this would feature the theme from the X-Files. Like every time, 100% of the time, they'd get the X-Files going, whatever. And the interviews, they'd find the weirdest person in town to interview. Maybe if they weren't weird enough, they'd go out and get them drunk. And that's how the story would go. So I like how they handled this one. Here's a soundbite. This is from WQAD 8 ABC.
This Wednesday afternoon in Prophetstown, there were about a dozen people gathered here at Todd's Tire and Auto to try to make sense of an unusual object spotted in the sky. It drew so much attention that even the police chief had to check it out for himself.
I was off duty sitting at home and I got a phone call from a man named Rocky Ballard, and he says, "Hey, I see this, it looks like a balloon and it hasn't moved in the last 20 minutes.
Once Bruce got to the scene,
He's like, "It's right up there," and he points to it, and sure enough, there it was. And it didn't move forever.
what could it be? The National Weather Service in Quad Cities says it's not theirs.
Their thought was that it may be a research balloon of some sort.
In Prophetstown, Jonathan Fong, WQAD News 8.
Counting down the weird news of the week. This is What a Weird Week.
Thanks for checking out What a Weird Week, a show about weird stuff from the news. Number 1, mystery alien mummies in Mexico's Congress. If you don't follow UFO stuff, have a look at the photos. Decide for yourself. This is highly controversial, though, even among true believers. According to the article we linked to, Jaime Maussan, he's a Mexican reporter, kind of famous in UFO circles. He went before a Mexican public congressional hearing and under oath claimed that these mummies on display for the politicians were not part of, quote, our terrestrial evolution. So, not of Earth. This reporter used to be very well regarded among UFO researchers, and I'm sure some researchers and fans still hold Jaime Maussan in high regard, but his name got affiliated with some UFO discoveries that were debunked. So now some people are like, I don't know. We'll wait and see what Jaime's latest discovery is. I'm paraphrasing. The old controversy involved some mummies that turned out to not be alien. The claim was that they were perhaps alien, and then they were not alien. So back with more mummies. These mummies, the new ones or the latest ones, I keep calling them mummies, by the way. Really, they're mummified or fossilized. They were supposedly found in a mine in Cusco, Peru. Some of this has not been confirmed to the point where, you'd want to go live to air with it. I'll put it that way. These look like small, dusty statues, in my opinion. I don't know. We linked to the photos. You can have a look. Tell me what you think. You know what? You could just go outside, scream it into the air. Let's say midnight Eastern, and I'll go out and listen, and I'll get your message. Okay, we're going to wrap there. I appreciate you listening to the What a Weird Week show. You can listen to us on weekends if you stream Funhouse Radio. Ask your smart speaker to play Funhouse Radio. You can also get us through all the podcast places, and you can go to shownotes.page to check the show notes and get more stuff. Shownotes.page. One last thing, here on the East Coast where we originate from, going through a hurricane, tropical storm situation. If that's your situation as well, you are in my thoughts. Catch you next week. Street.